Good morning, everyone. It's Throwback Thursday. We have another Then and Now segment for you today. Today, we're going to talk about the history of our Muhlenberg County Courthouse. Muhlenberg County's courthouse has always been located in the center of Greenville, although we have gone through several different buildings in that location. The county's founding officials decided on the location of the county seat of justice at their June 25, 1799 meeting, which took place at the home of John Dennis. At that meeting, the founders decided that the county seat of justice would be located on land provided by William Campbell in what would eventually become Greenville. Muhlenberg County surveyor Olney McLean was directed to set aside the land for the courthouse when he laid out the rest of Greenville. That was only the second meeting of the county founders. The county had only recently been established by the state legislature in December 1798. The founders, James Craig, Isaac Davis, John Dennis, William Bell, and Robert Cisna, also wasted no time in arranging for the construction of a courthouse once the location had been decided upon. At their next meeting on August 27th of the same year, those founding officials voted upon and recorded specifications for the courthouse to be. The courthouse was to be 26 feet by 18 feet, 17 feet high, and constructed of hewn logs that were at least 7 inches thick. The plans called for a plank floor and shingled roof, several windows, and plenty of benches for judges, attorneys, and jury members. Construction began soon after, and the first court meeting in the new building was held February 25, 1800. The court accepted the building as having been completed to their specifications in September 1800. The building was built by Isaac and Henry Davis and cost less than $400 to complete. Adjusted for inflation, that would be about $7,500 in today's currency. That building did not last long. Information is sparse about the second courthouse, but available data suggests that it was built in 1814. That building was reportedly constructed very poorly, and extensive repairs began only 4 years later in 1818. Even after those repairs, a third courthouse was built in 1835 to replace the still problematic second building. I should mention at this point that some records, including Otto A. Rothert's History of Muhlenberg County, call the 1835 building the second courthouse and the current courthouse the third. Documents from Gail Carver's collection do refer to 4 separate courthouse buildings, however, with the second being the one built in 1814. Otto Rothert referred to his omission of the 1814 building as an error in a list he published in 1950. So we are going with Mr. Carver's numbering of 4 total courthouses today. The third courthouse was a nondescript, square 2-story building. While we do not have any plans or specifications for that building, photos do exist. Mr. Rothert also included a description of the building from his memory in his book. He described the courthouse as being constructed of brick about 32 feet square. Mr. Rothert further explained that the entire lower floor of the building was the courtroom, while the upstairs consisted of 3 separate, smaller rooms that could be accessed from exterior stairs on the south side of the building. The third courthouse was completed in 1836 and was in use for the rest of the century. The fourth and current courthouse began construction in 1907 and was completed in 1908 at a final cost of $88,000. with a little over $74,000 of that cost related to direct construction costs, and the remainder devoted to demolition, excavation, and other preparatory work. While our current courthouse has undergone various renovations throughout its 100-plus-year existence, the courthouse looked very similar to its current appearance when construction was completed in 1908. The courthouse is constructed in the Beaux Arts style with classical architectural details, including the 2-story portico or covered porch with Corinthian columns and the large Baroque-style octagonal domed clock and bell tower. Our courthouse dome is the second largest such tower in the state and reportedly has the largest open belfry of any prefabricated cupola in the United States. The building was designed by Louisville's Kenneth MacDonald Sr. and William J. Dodd, who were known as Kentucky's leading architects at the time. The Muhlenberg County Courthouse has been on the National Register of Historic Places since 1978, partially by virtue of its architectural significance. You may remember that the courthouse underwent a major renovation project in 2010, not long after celebrating its 100th birthday. The project included removal and restoration of the noted dome. Prior to that project, the county had constructed the Judicial Center, which sits just south of the courthouse, and moved judicial business to that building, while non-judicial county operations, such as the Judge Executive's office, the county clerk, and the Sheriff's Department, among others, remain in the historic courthouse. That's all we have for you today, but we did want to mention that our fellow Muhlenberg County and TJ Teague is working on a more in-depth project about the Muhlenberg County Courthouse. We can't wait to see his work when he releases that, so we'll be keeping an eye out for his completed project as well. In the meantime, thank you for watching this Throwback Thursday video. Have a great week, everyone.